Welcome back, episode 12 of the Power Trip podcast. My name is Nathaniel, or 4 Point Play. Right there, that's Muhammad. Down there, that's Tef. How y'all doing on this Sunday evening? I gave a little hint what time we record. Maybe this could come out on Wednesday or something, but how y'all doing?
Doing good, bro.
Good. There's a lot of stuff that went on in the NBA recently. We're gonna be touching on some of it. The first we talked about the NCAA tournament because right after the Pacers played against the Bucks, Giannis put up 64, a career high and a franchise high for the Bucks, and there was a little bit of an altercation at the end of the game. Do you guys know the full story, or do we need to explain it before we talk about it?
I think we should just explain it for the fans,
All right.
for the people.
So, one of the Pacers rookies had their first ever point in the NBA, so they took the ball, but the Giannis wanted the ball because it was franchise career high, franchise high. So there was a little altercation. They were arguing over all that. There was, I don't know, a lot of it. I know most of the information that happened. Like, I know most of the stuff that happened, but even still, because there's they have multiple balls they use for a game, right? But I wanted to know, in your guys' opinion, who do you think would really, if you had the choice, you could give the ball to the rookie or Giannis? Who are you gonna give that ball to?
Should I go first?
Go ahead.
In this situation, I already talked about this before, but I think I'd get the ball to the rookie because I feel like Giannis is probably gonna top this at some point.
But I forgot to say this one thing though. That wasn't even his first career point. His first career point was during the in-season tournament game. He had a point then, and then now he scored again. But they're acting like that's his first ever point against the Bucks. But Nate, what you think?
I mean, me personally, I'd say give the ball to Giannis, but that's only because they said there was two balls. So I mean, if there was two, there's an official game ball. I feel like if somebody scores 64 points, that there should be no fuss, just give it to him. Especially because I don't know what he said at the end.
It was on his home court as well.
Yeah, and he said he was trying to give it to his mom. It wasn't even for him. So whether he topped it or not, it's still something for his mom to remember, But yeah, I think the rookie could have gotten the second game ball, but the primary game ball should have went to the, number one winning team. But number two, the person who just scored 64 points.
Mm-hmm. I think that rookie is just unlucky, man, because he got a ball now because he got his first career goal, his field goal. So they gave him a ball, the actual NBA game ball. But it was his first ever point in the NBA was during the in-season tournament game. You're not getting that ball. That ball is getting, that's gonna be, especially because LeBron won it, and it was an in-season tournament. That might be a future, real thing. You weren't gonna get that ball. And then now he put up career and franchise high. I don't think he'll get that ball then, and he didn't. But I think the ball, I think Giannis deserved that ball. But it was still just a very strange. No, that was was it? No, I was gonna say that was the same. Was that the same day that Draymond swung on Nurkic?
No,
it was
that was the day before or after, right?
After.
The day after. Yeah, that's our next topic. Draymond has been suspended.
Hold on.
Oh, what's up?
Before you move on, I just want to say, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, bro. If you see the way he tried to approach it, when Giannis got flipped or whatever, bro. If you watch the video, whoever was holding him back, you can see Thanasis grab his arm. Before he started running, so it's a hold me back, but really you asking him to hold you back, like this type of thing. I noticed that nobody else saying that in the comments, and I'm like, bro, he literally grabbed that guy's arm and is like, hey, hold me back. I'm like, oh.
I don't know. I feel like
that's all.
I don't know how he's on the roster. I'm so serious.
I mean, they're also
that's not fair though.
His brother dropped 64 points for them. In exchange, they keep
he's
him
not like a garbage player. He's still a fine NBA player, but it's not like he's a, what I'm saying.
What did he say?
He could replace. I'm saying he's not like some, he's not like some just scrub off the street. He could play in the NBA. He's gotten minutes before, and I'm not. You feel me?
I don't feel you.
I'm saying he's not just a random player,
He
like a
is.
nobody. He's like if he was in the Euro
He
League
is.
or something, he would be able to do. He's not gonna just be completely cooked. I'm pretty sure he even had a couple good games for Greece. No, I thought so.
Hell
But
no. Nigga trash. Sorry.
I'm not saying he's the best player of all time, but Draymond has been suspended indefinitely. The Warriors, this is just coming off of a 5-game suspension. Nate, he did this to your Suns. Nurkic. He said it was
His
injury,
son.
right?
His son's not. There is no injury though.
Yeah, but what do you think about this reputation that Draymond has, and what do you think about the Warriors and how they've been just overall been looking this year?
All right. Well, to start, I don't really understand why players and coaches, especially now, Steve Kerr, he talking about we gonna get him the help he deserves or something like that. Like, bro, he's not mentally ill, bro. Like, you ain't gotta talk about him like he's some sort of, you know, like idiot. He don't know what he's doing. He's just out there to just fight. Like, no, I mean, like, one thing I think with Draymond is he just doesn't know how to sell those kind of calls. So, like, some players know how to flop. Like, even while swinging their arms, they won't smack another player. But for him, he knocked him out. He knocked him out. I was like, golly. But
That's so crazy because Nurkic is a big ass dude, bro.
oh, he
And
Like,
he was
he's
on the
so
floor like that, bro.
Nurkic
He
was
trying to sell the
definitely
cause,
selling
I
it.
won't lie, he was.
He was selling it because he hit him with his back arm. Like he ain't even
I mean,
use
that's
his
a 4-point play type move right there. I can't lie.
backs.
Hey, I
He
told
was-
you I play like Draymond. Remember? Hey, don't be surprised.
Trust me.
You
we
try to
know.
go for that layup. I'm not trying to punch the ball out your hands. Bing! Right to the what I'm saying, chin. But I mean, yeah, bro. This dude Draymond, like, how much do you think? Because I'm pretty sure they use his history as a reason why they suspended him this long, like indefinitely. 'Cause
Yeah.
if it was just like a random player, like you would not be suspended this long. Like indefinitely is surprised. Like, I mean, even
Last
before,
time.
I was
Yeah, I'm
thinking,
glad. I wasn't expecting an indefinite
Yeah.
suspension.
because
I thought it was gonna be
in the
max
headlock, we were talking
17.
about maybe a couple
I was
games,
saying
3 or
5.
4, but it was 5. Like he's been, I feel like recently suspended much longer than I think maybe a regular player should be. Do you think that they really should kind of keep it a 1 person thing, like a?
I'm just saying, if they're going to suspend him indefinitely, the same needs to be done for John Morant. That's me.
I mean, I guess kind of was because it was like they had to see after the 25 they're gonna do like analysis. So if he wasn't where they thought he would be, they probably could have extended that suspension. We're gonna talk about Ja later though, but the Warriors, they've looked bad this year. Honestly, like they're around like 13th, 11th in the standings. Clay just does not look like himself. Wiggins, I mean, I've talked about. I really am the player I am most disappointed about isn't Clay, Draymond, any of them, or even, it's Wiggins, bro. Wiggins, like,
I personally, I'm not really tripping about Wiggins because I feel like he always comes through when it's playoff time.
I mean,
They make it at least.
I don't even know if you can really say that because you could say 2021 he was doing really good, but last year he wasn't like some superstar during the playoffs. I mean,
That's
that was
true.
still, he was coming off of he
Yep.
had a leave of absence, and maybe that's still because it was I don't want to speak too much on that, but maybe that's kind of a a reason why or something. But it's like
Yeah.
they're like ever since he left, he hasn't really looked like 2022 Wiggins. That's what I'm trying to say, and they need, if they want to play at that make the finals type NBA championship type of level, they need Wiggins to be they need him to be 2022 Wiggins. But
Yes.
it's,
They're not going to get me how to run, first of all. I just need to make
yeah,
that very clear.
I mean, even last year I didn't.
Klay Thompson, I'm telling you right now, that nigga's on the decline.
They need
Even though
Jordan Poole.
he had a good game, like not that long ago, I'm pretty sure. But the nigga's cooked, bro.
Do you think he's gonna go to a different team this year? I mean, this offseason, because he's an expiring contract.
I'm not gonna lie, he might be on that Carmelo Anthony type route. He might just be on his way out, bro.
I think number one, the Warriors are definitely missing Jordan Poole because even though he wasn't no goddamn Steph Curry, he was capitalizing off what Steph Curry was doing for him, which was, more people focused on him. But now they have no other scorer. Like they have nobody that can actually give them, like, if Steph Curry don't have 30, nobody else having 30. Like that's
Yeah,
really it.
my
But
bad.
yeah, like they need some offense. And I never got the Chris Paul trade. I do not know why he's on this team. In all honesty, because what it wasn't like they needed playmaker or anything, and their issue last year was their defense. So then they brought in Chris Paul at age 38, 39. That like with their GM leaving, like ever since then, they really have, I mean even before like the last year he was there and then now, like some of the moves they've made have just kind of confused me. But
Questionable.
if you said that you think Clay is going to be on a different team, what team do you think would actually try and get him?
Portland.
You said what?
I'm joking.
Okay,
I said Portland.
because he would also he'd want to sign with them. So I'm trying to think of a team that has enough space, has enough like money, and also wants to win, where he would be like, okay, I'm gonna go sign with this team. That's they could do something.
I think the best way to think about it is just from Clay's perspective, he would just want to go to a contender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But also they need the money for it because he wants to get paid. That's the big issue at hand. They were talking about he wanted
But
almost
he's not
max
playing.
contract.
I don't think he's playing at a get paid type level. Especially if you're talking max contract, he's not playing at that level.
But I'm saying if he's gonna leave to a different team, that's probably the only reason why he would leave is because he wants the money. Because why would you leave and then go to a completely different place that's gonna, you know, you're leaving mainly for the money and a little bit because of winning. But he's not. The main reason he's leaving would be the money because you're if you want to take a little bit less money, you could go to the Warriors, retire. They're gonna put 11 up in the Raptors regardless. They're gonna put 30, 11, and 23. So you could stay on that one team, do your thing, or get a little money, kind of like Tony Parker with his last year in Charlotte, make some more money, and then you go.
He even played at Charlotte.
But you get what I'm trying to say though. Like the only reason he would leave, I think, is because of you want to make some a little bit of money before you go. So I do not know any team that would really try to go in for him. Like,
I don't think there is a team. Maybe Detroit or fucking Charlotte.
bro, but I'm saying like you like a lot of the teams that have the money are they have a bunch of young players on rookie contracts or something, so they're not good teams. So
I mean, like, he could go to a team like the Magic, but I don't think they need him.
I'm trying to think of I keep on seeing people talk about like the team I always see when it comes to Klay Thompson trades is the Lakers, and I still don't even see that. Like, I don't know. I really do not know.
I'm not gonna lie. The Lakers have turned into a retirement home. That's the way to put it, bro.
Especially no, I would say they were a retirement home in 2022. I don't know about now. Less so now.
2022 was
2022 was bad, bro. But
except for us.
We're talking about losing teams.
I think. Hold on.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I think if Klay Thompson goes anywhere, I don't know why, but I could see him in Memphis.
Memphis?
Yeah, I guess. Actually, that could. Yeah.
In like a sign and trade?
Maybe, but it could be like him. It could be Ja, him, Desmond, Jaren, and then Steven.
That's true.
I don't know if I like that perimeter defense, honestly.
Who's on the perimeter again?
You got Ja, Bane, Klay.
I can't remember. Is Bane solid on defensive end?
He's solid, but
He's right.
he would be. I mean, I don't like. He would arguably be the best perimeter defender out of that. You know what I'm saying?
He would.
But also, I think if that were to work, Maybe
They
they'll
got
have to have,
Marcus too.
huh?
Still have Marcus.
Yeah, they have more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could.
But I feel like if they were to do a sign and trade, Marcus would be traded.
That. Oh
He would get
shit, that'd
traded.
be
He'd be like a
terrible.
trade to trade him somewhere else. I don't see him with, especially if they have Chris Paul still on the team. I don't see that. No.
I think Klay Thompson could also come off the bench, like he has to at this point.
Yeah, he's a come off the bench type player right now.
I would say, but I mean, you pay him that much money, you immediately put him off the bench. That's just like that's not a good look.
Maybe he just needs a new atmosphere.
Or maybe he needs to hang it up.
But we're talking about losing teams. Oh no, let's talk about Memphis first. Ja's coming back on Tuesday versus the Warriors.
What they nigga, man?
Right now they're like 13th in the standings. By the time he comes back, and the season's over, where do you think they could really finish?
Probably like 8, 9. No,
I was thinking 8. I was thinking playing range
yeah, I was thinking like 7, 8.
because they're better. I would say they're better than the Spurs. You could say the Rockets, Utah. I'd rather have the Grizzlies with Ja.
I don't think they're better than the Rockets. Rockets are kind of on one right now.
They've been looking nice, but I'm just thinking like if they're able to be like how they were last year, kind of like in the past few years we've seen how good the Grizzlies can be. So if they're able to kind of go back to that a little bit, even though they had this bad start, I would say they could, build something and do well.
Who'd they lose besides their backup point guard?
They lost. I'm trying to think. They've lost a lot of people this year. Clark, I think you're talking about him. Adams, he's out for the season.
He left? Where'd he go?
He's out for the season with the injury.
Clark?
Both of them, yeah.
Again?
No, it's the same one, I'm pretty sure. But
Damn, did he tear his ACL?
I'm like,
what about the dreadhead big? Did he get traded or is he
got
injured?
waived a couple of days ago actually. The Kenny
You talking about
Lofton?
little?
Are you talking about him?
Nah,
He got like the
that's
highlight.
that's the little chubby one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he got waived?
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
waived. He wasn't even
What
getting that much playing time. He was on the G League team a lot though.
They probably weren't utilizing him right. He's not bad.
I mean, he's too short to be a center. Like,
Yeah, but he's like he can go
He's
to
not-
work.
I mean, I
Defensively,
guess.
he have issues though. That's true.
But
He could pull a.
yeah, I think they're probably going to be around the playing range though, because it's just a very hard rut to get out of. But I think if they're able to kind of play like how they did before, they got it. They could do something and make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nate, what you think? What do you think the team can look like with Ja back?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. 7th or 8th. Definitely getting a chance at the playoffs, though.
I'm trying to think. So they would either match up with the Thunder or the Timberwolves. Do you think if the season ended today and they were, if those teams stay as the first and second seed, they would match up with the Thunder, the Timberwolves or the Thunder? Do you think Ja and the Grizzlies could win either of those series?
Yes.
Which one?
I think Ja can be OKC. I think Ja can be OKC. Bro, listen, all I'm saying is
I have a question. Would you rather have Ja or Shea?
Ja.
Oh my God. Okay. What about you?
50-50, I might go Shea.
I'm going Shea.
But it's like if I'm making
Muhammad
a franchise, I'm gonna pick Shea. But
Muhammad is picking Shea because he don't like Ja's play
No,
style.
I'm not. Skill set. I'm going off skill set. Especially if you're going longevity, this nigga Ja's not going to be here.
That type of player that play style isn't really the best when it comes to like 10.
Because he's not even built like D Rose. You see what I'm saying?
But
He's better.
But Tef,
What?
why do you think the Thunder can beat him?
Time out.
What happened?
He said John Morant's better than D Rose.
Who said that?
I ain't say it. He didn't say it. I want to know who said it.
You roll the footage back. Next.
Listen, I'm saying John Morant. We seen what he could do, and I just feel like they can't keep up, bro. Like I mean, we saw John Morant play last year. The
He
year
might
before.
boom on. He might boom on Chet. That's about it, though.
Definitely will boom on Chet once at least. But I'm just saying, bro, John Morant is not just somebody to play with. So, you know, he's actually going out there to work the whole team. You know, Shea gonna play a little team basketball, whatever.
No,
But
your choice of words are kind of weird with this whole situation.
what I say,
I'm
Talking about
saying this is
he's
what I
saying
think
he said
about this series.
he said
I'm not
he's
talking
not
about.
going out. He talking about some murk the team. Like, what's up with you, bro?
But
I peeped it.
I think the part about this if that series would happen, I would be more interested about Jaren versus Chet. You know, they be in them trenches fighting for them, because you know Jaren, they shoot with like that. I feel like rebounding, especially without Adams and Clark, like the team has been a very they have not been that good as a rebounding team. But the Thunder don't have that much size, so I feel like it could kind of just be it would be more up in the air. But I think I might go with the Thunder though, simply because.
Yeah, in specific matchups with Jaren and Chet, I feel like it's pretty obvious that Jaren would cook this nigga alive.
Why do
But
you think
like
that's obvious? Because Chet just had 9 blocks against the reigning champs. Last year, acting like he's just like a.
I'm talking about. I still think Jaren. I feel like Jaren is obviously better than Chet.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I think Jaren is better. Yes.
So, like, just from an overall standpoint, I'm going with what's his name, Jaren. I mean, I'm sure Chet is going to get a couple blocks here and there on him, you know, and all that.
But I'm saying I feel like Chet will be able to match up with Jaren pretty well, because if you give him the ball, he has the wingspan. You feel me? And that's
not
what,
for the
what's it called? And he can move with you, because
He's not good for the wear and tear though. That's what I'm saying. Like the I don't want to use this word, but the banging is gonna it's gonna do him in. Like the banging down low type.
oh, what the? Listen.
Pause.
John Morant comes back. John Morant comes back, right?
mm-hmm.
Jaren Jackson doesn't have to try to create his own. You know, he can go back to catching lobs. He can worry about just, you know, most of the time he just got to play defense now, which is why he was a defensive player last year. Desmond Bane, one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA, like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's a young Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, he doesn't got to be what is it called? He doesn't got to play the primary ball handler. He don't got to be the primary scorer anymore. You know, he could just do what he's best at, catch and shoot. And then, yeah, I mean, those three are just who's needed. And then I don't even know who their 3 and 5 are, or 3 and 4 are.
That's the problem.
I feel like
he's solid though. Defensive player, bro.
Yamba is solid, but I'm saying they're missing.
They've just been hurt so much this year. It's like I can't even say. You feel me? Especially with.
I'm just saying, we can see Gilbert Alexander. We got to remember that.
You said what?
And that's fine, but it's also John Morant.
Morant coming off no off season, bro. The nigga don't
That's what
come.
I'm saying.
He's not coming He's not coming from the right court.
We'll
You gotta understand that.
Bro,
we'll see how the season goes when he comes back. We'll see how it goes when he comes back. Because, I mean, 25 games into the season is pretty tough to come back from. But, I don't know. I don't doubt that he's been, like, you know, taking breaks or anything.
They said he worked with the team, so he might have been working out with them and stuff. But
I know y'all peeped that wordplay.
Yeah, we just trying to ignore it because you've been killing me with this wordplay. But there were also reports that Lauri Markkanen might get moved. Where would you want to see him end up and why? I'm going to start first. We're talking about the Thunder. I think he could look nice with the Thunder. They got the picks. They got the young talent. They can't use all those picks because they don't have enough space. Like, they don't even have enough, you know, roster spots for them. That team, you have Shea. You could put what's it called, if you want Lou Dort or something. They have Lauri. They got J-Dub. They have Chet.
I agree.
That team could look nice, bro.
I agree with you because we were talking about their lack of size. Either way, their lack of size.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They'd be
so
like a better. They'd be like a better Carl Anthony Towns and Gogurt.
Mm-hmm. But that would even be a better fit because Cat doesn't even play the five. I mean, he doesn't play the four, but Lauri can
I
play
have
the
a question.
four. And they don't even really have a wing because J Dub plays power forward for him, and he's like 6'6".
Is Lauri Markkanen? I haven't been tuning in with the Jazz, but is he hooping this year?
He's been doing like last year. He's been type solid, but he was hurt for a
Nice.
little bit too. But he's been type solid. He's been having a good year for himself. But what do you guys think? What other players you think? What other teams do you think should trade for him if they get the opportunity?
I was gonna say Brooklyn.
Why is that? Why do you think Brooklyn?
For similar reason as you. I mean, I feel like they have not necessarily. I don't want to use this word again, but lack of size.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. So like I feel like that's the pretty main reason. The only problem that I have with this is that I don't know if them picking up Marketing would make them a contender in any way. Like I feel
I
like he
wouldn't
would
say
kind
they're
of
a
be wasting.
contender, but they're definitely a playoff team.
Yeah.
Like Mikhail,
So
Lauri, Cam Thomas, the way he been playing. Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
But
I'm really sad about the whole Ben Simmons situation.
yeah, would you trade Ben in that trade? Would he get moved?
I'm not trading Ben. I feel like Ben's gonna get back on it pretty.
Well, I feel like you have to because
Ben
the
would
money.
be
You have to make the
traded.
money work. And Ben's
Ben
contract is
definitely
bigger.
gets
He's like getting paid 40 something. Lauri's getting paid like 15, 17.
I
But
just don't understand why he's not like. He don't even got to shoot the ball. Just like he's not playing like his old self.
I don't know.
That was and when he was in high school. That was like I modeled my game after him. He was a young LeBron.
So your team is, the Nets.
Get that
That's
out.
solid. I feel like I kind of see it, but it's not like a move that really moves me. It's not something that's I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, they going crazy with Lauri, because I feel
Not
like
only that,
they've in the past. Hold on, but I'm saying in the past decade, they've kept on selling a bunch of their picks and young players for kind of a win now type of move, and it hasn't worked. Like with the big three Nets, and then with Paul Pierce, KG, Terry, and all like that. 2014 Nets, and then the 2021 Nets. So it's like maybe let it grow, let it let the team form up a little bit over time. But
No,
why not?
that team is cooked. They stay. Look, bro. Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges would be a great number 2 to a star who can score the ball. Mikal Bridges is not that consistent,
I'm saying, yeah,
but
okay.
it's like right now I feel like Nets fans, they really do think like Cam Thomas is the answer to everything. But Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas are in two different, time zones. Mikal Bridges 27. If you keep him as the first option and have Cam Thomas, I feel like you'd be wasting Cam Thomas. But at the same time, if you're waiting for Cam Thomas to develop, bro, Mikal Bridges is about to be 31 by the time his contract in Brooklyn ends, something like that. So it's like it's over.
So, but I'm
They need
thinking, I
somebody
don't think
else.
Lauri is a big, with all due with respect, not a good enough player to make that type of move because you got to be like a Embiid. If Embiid is on the market, okay, you could do that. Even if Zion, I would be more comfortable making that move for Zion because I know Zion could be a 27 point per game. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? I would feel more comfortable because I would think, okay, Zion when he's on the court is a better player when he's doing his thing than Lauri. Because I just don't think he's just you feel me? And you don't even bro. Like he's
Just
a good player, but I just don't see him going up. Like it's not a big enough move. It's not really moving me, bro.
like his max, he can. I feel like his ceiling cap would be like a Sabonis.
Hell no. Look, this is what I'm saying. First of all, he can shoot the ball. Like he's not a bum. Second, what is it called? I feel
Sabonis
like
is
the
not.
Brooklyn Nets, one thing they do have going for them is defense. Like that, their whole starting lineup can play defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying for Lauri, he wouldn't have to play as much defense, number one. But also, he wouldn't have to worry about the paint because they got Nick Claxton under the hoop. And then that would also take the pressure off of, because then it could be like you could have Mikal Bridges Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, if they do keep him, and then you can have Markkanen and then Axton.
What
I feel
players do you
like
think
that's
would be
that's.
moved in this deal though?
I mean, honestly, it'll probably be like they'll
Simmons.
probably end up getting rid of like Lonnie Walker. They probably end up getting rid of maybe Ben Simmons. Um,
And
maybe
they have
even
a good amount of
Dorian.
picks too, because the deal.
Yeah,
So
but like
they're in the right.
I think for Brooklyn, their best choice. Actually, I'm not. That's not a part of this, but they're, he's a good option for them. But as of right now, I see a better option,
What's your option then?
Donovan Mitchell.
Bro, we just did a whole 160. Wait,
Donovan Mitchell in Brooklyn.
he could be their number one.
Cam Thomas, Donovan Mitchell. What's called is not moving me though. I'll be honest.
Cam Thomas. Cam
He's getting,
Thomas should get
he's
traded.
getting traded.
Not gonna lie.
Cam Thomas should get traded.
But then Darius Garland, Cam Thomas isn't that much better. That's just like Sexton. What's it called?
No, I'm saying no.
What?
Get
I'm
Ben
like that's just like
Simmons.
having Sexton and Garland instead.
No, that's not the same at all.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like both guards, they need the ball. One of the guard. I mean, Cam isn't that great of a playmaker or defender, and you want him to be a defender. You want, what I'm saying, a 6'5" type of player, do his thing on defense, this, that, and the third to help Garland. Like that's not gonna help.
I'm saying they'd get rid of Cam, they'd get rid of probably Lonnie, and they'd get rid of Ben, and then maybe like 2-3 first round picks.
Interesting.
But why would the Cavs do that move though? That's what I'm trying to ask. Like,
I
what
mean,
would the Cavs
Donovan
get?
Mitchell, if
These are all
Darius Garland is out, Darius Garland is out right now for a minute because of his jaw fracture, and so is Evan Mobley for a minute too. I don't know what's wrong with him, but it's just like, he even said, I'm pretty sure I seen a report where it's like if in this time that those two are out, the team starts playing worse and worse, Donovan Mitchell's gonna want out.
I know.
And I
I'm
mean,
not saying,
I see.
I'm not arguing with that. I'm just saying, if the Cavs, I feel like the Cavs can get better offers that fit them better. Like they don't have. If you want to say Cam gets moved afterwards to like I don't know, but then he gets, you know what I'm saying, if he gets traded to like the Spurs and then they get somebody, I'm trying to think like they can get. I feel like they can look around in the NBA and get better offers for like the net. I feel like Miami can give you a better offer.
But I'm saying, I know Brooklyn, that's their best option. Their best option is to go for Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, sure, we'll see. We'll see, most definitely. But we gotta talk about two teams that have not been doing that well this year. Those teams are the Pistons and the Spurs. The Pistons are on I think 22-23 losing streak. So that's their franchise streak. Like that's one of the longest in NBA history. Meanwhile, the Spurs, they were on an 18 losing streak, beat the Lakers on ESPN, and then the next game over, they lost by 40 to the Pelicans. What do you think those teams need to do to really use this like a little thing? Oh, it's just 1 year, they'll be fine. Or are you worried about these teams?
I'm not really worried about these teams. For the Spurs, it's a young team. This is going to be the narrative for these two teams. It's just they're young teams. They're going to have to learn, they got a great coach behind them, so the development is going to be there. They have I don't want to say up-and-coming star, but like a young phenom on their team, that can develop to something great, So I feel like they're just going to learn as they go. And as for the Pistons, as long as we've been alive, this been Pistons fashion, So
I wouldn't say all that. I would say like since we were like 6, 7, 8 maybe.
Nah.
Because 07 they were doing good. 07 they, what I'm saying.
05, 06 was the last time they were good.
07. No, because they made the conference finals in 07. Afterwards, you could say that. But
well, for the most part, these niggas been like shit. So like, but this is a different team. They've gone into rebuild mode. They got Cade. They got just Cade, basically. Not gonna lie.
Cade, bro. Cade, he need help, bro.
He's fighting for his life.
They have Asar Thompson. He's
Yeah,
been
but
looking nice. They have Durant,
defensively,
Jalen Durant.
I don't know what's up with Duran, but I
That's
know
what's crazy.
defensively,
Bro, I was
That's
watching the game yesterday or a couple days ago. He missed a shot. I thought that was going. I'm like, but nah,
nah.
he's a defense guy.
I mean, I feel like the Pistons just have bad player development. Like they need to revamp their staff, if anything.
Yeah, there's by the end of the year, some people are getting fired.
Nate
Obviously,
Cunningham need to get up out of there though. Like I feel bad for every player who's drafted high for this specific reason.
yeah.
Like
I wonder what it'd be
you
like if they
face.
had Wemby this year, just because they had the fifth pick in the draft. Like, I wonder what it would be
I
like
just
if they.
find it so interesting. Like you go from most of the time when you're drafted high, you come from a good team. You know what I'm saying? And success at whatever level you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
You get drafted, bro, and you go to a shit can team. Like it actually sucks. Like that's why sometimes when people turn to bust, I don't even blame them, bro. Because now they just picked you up off your potential. They don't know how to develop your potential.
But Nate, what are your thoughts on the Pistons this year? And are you worried? I mean, the Pistons and Spurs, and are you worried about them long term, or is just like this time like they'll be good?
I feel like both teams have talent, but it's like they're all hella young too. So putting them all together is gonna be pretty difficult. But I don't know. At the same time, I feel like Cade's career is being thrown down the drain right now. Like I know he could be on a much better team, doing much better than what he's doing right now. But
And he's
at
still
the
been
same
doing
time,
good too. He's been averaging like 22 on some solid. Like he's been playmaking pretty
yeah.
well, especially with the options he has to. Like it's bad, bro.
But yeah, with them, I just think maybe like Cade for his career and for his sake, maybe he needs to get out of there. But Wemby, this is his rookie season, and I feel like that Spurs team, nobody even thought like they were gonna be actually playoff contenders, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a great season too, rookie of the year. I'm pretty sure #1 right now. So I don't know. Maybe I feel like the Spurs have a better future than the Pistons do.
I'll say the Pistons is just like a kind of like you were saying, like they've been consistently just not been doing well. So it kind of just builds this reputation of it. And the Pistons, when you go back to like 2006, they're not considered to be like what they are today. And even the reverse can happen with teams, but it's just that this what's called keeps on getting built and this morale. And it's not like, oh, we were in the playoffs in 2019 we were the second seed. We know we could in our heads we're still a competent franchise. Just like in 2019 they were getting swept in the first round. So just
Yeah,
this.
I understand that, but I feel like also it's completely different narratives between all these different Spurs era. I mean, not Spurs, sorry, Pistons eras. Like for the eras that you're talking about, 05, 06, that was legitimate teams with like I don't want to say legitimate stars, but like kind of legitimate stars. Where I was like,
It's
they had
just like
Rick,
there are some
MC.
moves that need to be moved, like happen. Like there's some things that need to be changed, but
I didn't really think they need to revamp everything. Like
I don't know. Like
not player wise, but I feel like maybe culture wise, like what's going on behind the scenes. Like it should not be happening like this forever. The Hornets aren't like this forever, so there's no reason for them to. Hornets are like doing it slightly. They're slightly above water. I can't lie.
okay, I mean I guess, but like with the Spurs, I feel like the issues are more evident. They need to get Wemby the ball more. I feel like they need to get him the
No,
use him more in their
no,
offense, and I would say that they need to find their point guard because they had Sohan playing point, they have Chetty playing point, and before in the beginning they had Trey Jones playing point. Who is your point guard? Who's going to be your main facilitator that you're running your offense through? Those are like the big issues I
I
have. When I look at this Pistons, it's just like I just look you up and down like you just a mess, bro. Like I don't even know where to start with you. Like when you walk into a room and it's just garbage, and like they haven't cleaned up their room since 2016, and it's just like, bro, where do I even begin with you? Like, do I just like I don't even know because the team has like, what I'm saying, but it's just bad, bro. Like I'm just That's
That was a very odd reference. You know what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying?
about when I went to, you know what I'm saying. I saw
What
your
type of
room. I
hose you be?
walked in, just trash everywhere, garbage.
Nice.
I've not even gone to your house before. I don't even know why I'm lying like that. But yeah, bro, the Pistons, Spurs, they've been. Let us know in the comments what you think about those teams. But we have one last subject to talk about. Has to do with the Pistons. Gilbert Arenas. I don't know if you guys seen the quote. Gilbert Arenas is pretty much talking about how if you don't average 10 points per game around that range as a 2021, he doesn't see you as a part of his future. What do you think
Not
about that?
true.
Do you think that's true or not? You said it was true?
It's not true. First of all, him himself didn't even average 10 points a game.
Yeah.
Look
I
how
have a quote. I have a post from Legend of Winning. He's gonna talk about
I'm
DeRozan
saying
was
he literally
20.
did not even.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure they benched him like the first like 3 years of his career before he even got to
Yeah,
touch the floor.
he was on the Warriors, But I'm gonna name you some
Plus,
players that were around 20, averaging around 10 points per game. LaMarcus Aldridge, Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, SGA, Giannis, Kawhi, Dirk, and Jokic. And the two in the podcast that he was talking about this, Rasheed Wallace and Gilbert Arenas were talking about what Gilbert Arenas said, and both of them averaged around 10 points per game. So it's just
I don't think that translates. All those people you named, you know who else averaged 10 points, more than 10 points a game as a freaking as a rookie? Michael Carter Williams, Tyreek Evans. Where are they now?
I'm not saying
it
like
doesn't
you should automatically what's it called, but I just say you have to give them time, and that's why I kind
Yeah,
of want to bring this up.
I feel like it's all about development.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever stage you go to, that you play at whatever level you're playing to, it's going to take time for you to be able to like understand what exactly is going on and be able to translate your game over.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just happen
once
once.
people get the film on you, what can you do?
Yeah, I'm saying like if you're trying to stay in the long term, you have to develop as you go. It's not like it doesn't just happen unless you're naturally gifted, like Luca or something. But most of the time, it's not the case.
But the reason I kind of brought this quote up is I wanted to ask you guys, how long in a player's career do you start to give up on them as a prospect? If it's, if you look at James Wiseman right now, and then you look at, I don't know, Jalen Suggs, both of them are in very different points in their career. You know what I'm saying? At what point are you like, okay, there maybe not be this guy, but they're this guy? Even though I'm thinking, that's not really a slight on Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs has been playing great. He was just the first player I thought of.
Jalen Suggs is an interesting one that you brought up. I feel like he's actually at a pivotal point where he's changing his career around. But I would say, in the league that we're in, bro, people just be flipping the switch out of nowhere, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So standard, I would give it like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a little much, but I think it's like okay before you like kind of start to give out on a player. Because like it really does take some time for you to like just like figure everything out. And also another thing is like the situation you find yourself in. Your coach could give out on you before like your rookie contract even over. Now you're not getting no play time. You over here sitting on the bench. Like it's like it really depends on your situation, I feel like.
That reminded me of something I hate about NBA discussion. Whenever people talk about the James Wiseman draft, they always bring up LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball would not be the LaMelo Ball we know if he was on the Warriors playing behind Clay, Curry, and with Poole. Like, it just depends on the fit. Like, that was kind of unrelated. But Nate, what you think about how long is it before you start, worrying about it?
First, to add on what you just said right there, when Tyrese Halliburton started going crazy out of nowhere, everybody's like, imagine this backcourt. The Kings traded the wrong guard. Talking all that shit. It's like, bro,
he would not
how
be
the hell
where
was?
he is now if he did
That's
not
what I'm
get traded,
saying.
bro.
That's not true. It's not even true. It's not even
same
true.
thing with Steph Curry and the Bucks.
Wait. He was hooping though. Tyrese was hooping on the Kings.
He wasn't a 27
But he
point
wasn't
per
better
game
than
player.
De'Aaron.
He's not like he wouldn't be able to play like he is right now with the ball if De'Aaron was on the team.
Bro,
Mm,
same thing with Steph Curry and how the Bucks missed out on drafting Steph Curry. Bro, the
mm.
Warriors just happened to get the perfect squad to fit around each other, like perfectly. Like with Draymond, Clay, that whole team is just they're made for each other. But it's
No,
like
not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I think he probably would have did the same shit on the Bucks. I'm not gonna
no,
lie.
because
Because
it's
you gotta
it's
think about it.
different coaching.
At that time, if I'm not. Oh, okay. If you want to, even coaching, he had a different coach back then, though.
What do you mean?
He had a black dude. I forget his name.
Mark Jackson.
Yeah, Mark
I'm
Jackson
saying
was.
I'm saying, but you like Steph Curry developed into the player he is, and he started winning all this stuff with Steve Kerr as his coach, and that's because Steve Kerr had his own plan to do with his own players.
I
So it's
don't
just
know. I
like,
think he might have. I think he still might have had Mark Jackson, but still, you have a point.
did he win
Like I
his
think
first?
Mark Jackson was there for like the first or second
He
one.
was there until like
Maybe.
20. I think they got Kurt. I think they got Kerr in 2015.
And when did
Also,
when did Steph
maybe
win?
you're right.
I think he was 2015 or like
You
2014
might,
around there. Where it's like right before they started. You know.
Exactly. So I'm saying with the whole different team, with the whole different coach, I don't think Steph Curry would be the player he is now either. But damn. Uh,
you got in there.
So how
what,
long is
what
it before you really start questioning a prospect? You start giving up on the prospect.
I'd say it
I feel like
depends on how they're doing. Like if the player is just like it looks like they're just in a shell of their own, like they're not even trying to actually go out there. Like DeAndre Ayton, for instance, like DeAndre Ayton is good. He has potential, but it's like, bro, can't keep
he's lacking.
waiting for you to go out
Hey,
there and do your thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
well, it comes down to the player to develop. If the player isn't developing as they go, that's when you gotta. Because no circumstance stops you from development. That's
Like
personal work.
Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish is a great example, bro. He was
I almost gave up on him, bro. Holy shit,
exactly.
I was this close.
Bro, I don't think I've ever shown y'all this, bro. I mess with Cam Reddish, bro. I don't know what happened with him, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like people,
He was
people,
supposed
bro.
to be like one of them ones,
The way
bro.
people,
He's
the way
been
people
playing good.
describe
He's
this
been a
nigga,
really good player for the Lakers, but it's like, bro, you really was supposed to be Paul George too, bro. Number 2.
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. The way people describe this nigga in high school, they make this nigga sound like he's the best player to ever touch the basketball.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw somebody say like that Anthony Edwards interview is the reason he's still in the NBA.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro,
Nah.
it just depends on where you're at in
And
when it comes
even
to how good of a player you are, what team you go to, and just your mindset. Do you think if you're the 7th, 8th pick in the draft, you still think you're a Curry, 2016 level Curry immediately, or you think, okay, I'm going to do this, that, and the third? It just depends on how you view the game
you know,
and just what you do.
it's funny. Even for Cam Reddish, even in college, he didn't do that well. Like, he played pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie, and he still got drafted. He came through. It was maybe Duke wasn't the best situation for him. I guess you could say that.
And also, he was playing behind RJ and Zion too.
It was a loaded team, so I guess you
Yeah.
could say maybe it wasn't the. If he went somewhere else, maybe he would have put up more. But even now, I don't even think we've seen the best of him yet, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If he leaves the Lakers, he goes to a team that's an even better fit, where he can grow even more. Maybe he's a little more ball dominant. I don't know.
But but in response, you could say last year he was on the Knicks and he was on the Trailblazers. That was his opportunity. You have to use your opportunity to really do your thing.
Maybe
And I'm
maybe
gonna say this is what I'm gonna say. I'm saying it 3 to 5 years, and it depends on the stuff I'm talking about. Because I look at Wiseman. I mean, you could say, oh, immediately his rookie year he wasn't playing good, but that team wasn't that great. He was that team didn't really work. They didn't really need a center, and then he gets injured half the season, and then the year after he doesn't even play the season. So it's just like, it just depends. But there's so many other factors. It's not just like an immediate thing.
yeah,
But also
very
with
conditional.
him, with Wiseman, I think like even when he went to the Pistons, but he was showing flashes of being like a good center, somebody that could actually you know fill the role. But then it's like maybe like sometimes he just gets in his own head, whatever it may be.
And
But
they
you know, I
don't
think
need a center right now. They already have Duran.
exactly.
So it's like, bro.
I'm telling you, if take Wiseman, put him on Dallas, and see what he's gonna do.
Like, you said
So
he's
I'm
gonna be
saying,
Derek
if you put him
Lively.
on Dallas, if you put him on Dallas, he's gonna have a good year.
So he's
It
gonna
really
be
depends
Derek
on
Lively. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna be like a Derek Lively type of player.
he's gonna be whoever the guy is right there right now, the rookie. He's just literally gonna be the
Derek
same.
Lively. I've said it 3 times, brother.
Forgot. I thought his name was like some shit else. I forgot.
But I don't know why. I just thought about it. Like, I would want to see what James Wiseman would look like if he was in the Euro League for like 2 years and then came back. I feel like that would just be interesting for his development, because I feel like, I don't know, is that what he needs? I'm just trying to think about where could he go
Play in the
best to
Euro
help
League.
his development, and I'm just trying to think maybe
I'm
that's where he
saying,
needs to be.
the thing about James Wiseman is more of a traditional big. In the Euro League, I don't want to say it's necessarily. I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, I think the bigs there are more all around.
I would say they're more
Rather
traditional
than-
there, in all honesty.
Can James
Really?
Wiseman not shoot?
Not really. No.
Not.
I remember him being able to shoot a little bit.
Now you think about Nas Reed, wrong guy.
Bro.
I'm not thinking about Nas Reed.
He put up a big one the other day, bro.
Bro,
That's
Nas's
the
handle is
best.
nice. I forget what his team was.
Thank
I think it was the
you.
Spurs.
Thank
He had a
you.
nice little. It kind of looked
That's
like
the
a travel
original
shoe. Also
Jelly
looked
Fam.
clean, bro.
That's the original
I'll be
Jelly
honest.
Fam member. Your handle has to be nice to be on that squad. You gotta understand that. That's the only big man to ever be on Jelly Fam.
Shout out Jelly Fam. You
Shout
their
out
new
Nas.
advisor. Ambassador
Sure. For Nas Reed?
for Jelly Fam.
Nah, I'm just a Nas Reed fan, you know.
All right. But with that being said, that's the end of the episode. Let us know your guys' thoughts. And does anyone have any closing thoughts? Anything to talk about? Shout out Nas Reed.
Shout out Nas Reed, man. That's my man.
And you don't want to shout out Nas Reed?
Nas Reed, can we talk about his performance? We can talk about that. What he had, like 27, some shit like
When
that.
no one gives a fuck.
Type
I'm
shit.
just kidding. You know I like them tall players that can handle.
I'm just saying, like, bro, can we talk about his game? Like, the nigga, like,
Okay.
he's
Let's go turn
moving
into
like
the Nas
he's
Reed
not.
Power Hour. Go ahead, bro.
Sorry.
Hold on.
I'm just saying,
You
like,
get the full screen. Matter of fact, talk.
he's moving, and he's catching bodies. It's not a bad thing either way. No pause. He's
How
catching
many players
bodies.
in the league? How many centers would you rather have instead of Nas Reed?
I don't think I would have any, except for obviously, Jokic and shit. But like, Nas Reed is my top five.
Is he the best backup center in the league?
Yes.
Is he the best? Do you think he should be the favorite for Sixth Man of the Year?
I have to think about that. I need to see who else is there. Probably not.
Why not?
I can't think. I have to think of who else is a sixth man. I just said he's a really good big.
That's the end of the Nas Reed Power Hour?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the actual ending of the episode.
Okay.
All right. Bye.